So you want to know how I caught this coon? I'm about to show you.
So if you saw my video on how to set a foothold trap, that same afternoon my trail cam sent me a picture of a bobcat that I caught. So I rushed out here right at dark and I noticed that this great big tree back here behind me had a bunch of coons in it. So I walked around the back side of that tree and there's a big hollow spot where the coons are using it as a den. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to show you how I set my dog-proof traps.
So after I located this den tree, I brought some dog-proof traps out here. Now for those of you that aren't familiar with these are traps that are really good for around homes and places like that because dogs can't get their paws down in here and get stuck, but a coon can. So what you do is you set it like this. Just like that. Then that coon reaches its paw down in there and it hits a trigger and it clamps down on its arm just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this with cat food. And I'm going to set two here. I'm going to anchor one way over here and I'm going to anchor one over here to where they can kind of get close to one another, but the same coon isn't able to reach both. And hopefully I'll get me a double. But anyhow, the anchor that I'm using is a homemade anchor that I made myself, and it's a 1.5 inch washer and a 16 penny nail, and I put it in my vise and just bent it and clamped a cable on it and made a special driver. So I'm going to do more on that later, but for now let's go on and get these anchored in the ground and see what happens. So I'm going to start by placing a trap right here, and I'm going to bring it as far this way as it can go and anchor it in the ground. So setting dog-proof traps really is this simple. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe.